What time did you get here today?
8 o'clock. 8 o'clock in the morning.
And why so early?
I want to get a good seat.
Is the 6-hour wait going to be worth it?
Yes, I think so.
You got here just shortly after 8.
Shortly after 8 this morning.
That's going to be 6 hours before the Queen arrives. Isn't that a little early?
Well, we're in front. We're sitting right in front. That's the main thing.
Why is it so important for you to get here this early?
Oh, I think we all want to see our Queen up close if we can.
Are you from Prince Gorge?
Yeah.
Okay.
Originally from Scotland, though.
So this is a pretty big occasion.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen the Queen before?
Yes, many times. Yeah.
Many times. When was the last time?
The last time I saw her was when she came here for South Fort George Park.
That was in 1971.
Right, yeah.
So it's been a long time.
Yes. What are you going to say to her if she comes by?
Welcome to Prince George, Your Majesty. No, probably not. You're certainly dressed for the occasion.
Yeah, I just thought I'd like to dress up for the Queen and hope she comes by and sees me. Just like to welcome her to Prince George.
What do you know about the Queen?
I think she looks like money sticking out of her pockets and her purse and everything.
Wednesday, August 17, 1994, 1:48 p.m. And the plane carrying Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II arrives in Prince George. After greeting local dignitaries, Her Majesty accepts flowers from elders of the Lake Leighton Nation before heading to downtown Prince George.
Oh, I spoke to her in our in Carrier language, stating that asked her how she was and that, and that we were glad to meet her, that now that she stepped on the safely nation ground here and was same with all the rest of the native. And so our heart is glad to see her.
After being greeted by Prince George Mayor John Backhouse, Her Majesty, accompanied by Premier Mike Harcourt and Federal Minister David Anderson, meets Aboriginal chiefs and members of Prince George City Council and their families. Mayor Backhouse then officially welcomes Prince George's royal visitor, presents a gift, and invites Her Majesty to sign the city's guest book.
This is a significant and proud day in the history of the city of Prince George. With the official opening of the University of Northern British Columbia, the impact of today's event will rank in importance with the coming of the railroad and the opening of the pulp mills. Your Majesty, we hope that you enjoy your brief visit and feel the warmth of our welcome. In addition, Your Majesty, on behalf of the citizens of Prince George, I would like to present to you a small memento. It is a carved logging truck. We hope that this item will be enjoyed by your grandchildren.
Flowers proved a popular gift to Her Majesty, though the occasion seemed to overwhelm one young presenter.
What do you think of the Queen?
She's really kind.
Will you remember this day for the rest of your life? How old are you, Nicholas?
6.
She was just beautiful. She really was beautiful.
Was she everything you thought she would be?
Everything, yes, everything. So it was a real pleasure. It really made my day.
At the university, the official party was met by University Chancellor Iona Campanola and President Jeffrey Weller. Welcome the Queen, the royal anthem, and a speech from President Weller.
Those of us assembled today, and all who are watching and hearing these proceedings by television and radio, will long remember that something important happened in Prince George this day. We are opening a special place which is dedicated to learning. The work accomplished through teaching and research on this campus and throughout our region will make a difference here and possibly to our country and the world beyond. I would like to express my heartfelt appreciation to Your Majesty for gracing this ceremony with your presence. You have brought world attention to the University of Northern British Columbia. Now that the world is watching, we will be even more inspired to live up to our responsibility as a positive force for the advancement of knowledge and the development of human potential.
A dance of welcome from the Babine Lake Elders. And a song from Terrace's Kermode Choristers.
People, when we arise from our quiet forests to shake the towers and councils of the great. We confidently expect that our graduates will do so. Today, Your Majesty, you open a new epoch in all our lives. This new university, I truly believe, is a symbol of the growing importance of British Columbia in Canada and in the world.
After remarks by Chancellor Campanola, Premier Mike Harcourt acknowledged the importance of UNBC.
It's a university that's here to meet the needs of Northerners, to address issues that are especially important to the people living in this part of British Columbia, to be a friendly university, to be open, to be accessible. This magnificent campus is a monument to the pride and the self-reliance of the people of British Columbia. And now I'm sure a moment that all of us have been waiting for, Your Majesty.
Chancellor, Premier, thank you for your welcome. I was told that I was to see a spectacular campus here at the University of Northern British Columbia. I have indeed, and you are fortunate to learn and teach in such a matchless setting. The concept of this university is no less exciting than the land in which it is set. To create a new university with operations stretching throughout northern British Columbia requires vision and courage. I extend my heartfelt congratulations to all those involved. The 5 interdisciplinary themes of this university are good examples of this Canadian attribute, uniting in a broad sweep First Nations, environmental, northern, women, and international studies. Your buildings, too, reflect the same blend, modern and traditional, and I hope that the interiors lend themselves to learning as well as the exteriors lend dignity to your campus. Yours may be a young university, and it is, of course, a university of the North. But I am confident that before long, students from all over the province, the rest of Canada, and from overseas will be following in your footsteps. I take pride in opening the university, and I wish you all, in whatever capacity you serve the cause of learning, a bright and successful future.
Her Majesty then started her tour of the campus in the university library. In Student Services Street, the Queen met the architects and construction workers who had turned a vision into a campus. Winter Gardens a reception for the university's founding patrons. And then Her Majesty's departure after a very special day from UNBC and from Prince Gorge.
Post-secondary education was slow in getting established in BC. In 1890, the first attempt to create a provincial university failed because of a lack of a quorum in the legislature. The University of BC was founded in 1915. Victoria College emerged as the University of Victoria in 1963. Simon Fraser University opened its doors on Burnaby Mountain in 1965. All three institutions were located in the southwest corner of the province. This geographical inequity concerned northern British Columbians. While the north prospered by shipping its natural resources south, it was also exporting its bright young minds to attend university. After earning degrees, they often stayed to pursue their careers.
In 1987, without publicity or fanfare, a core group of 28 Northerners from diverse backgrounds met several times here at the College of New Caledonia to investigate the possibility of establishing a self-governing, degree-granting Northern University. The members of this group referred to themselves as the No Name Committee.
Key to fulfilling this dream was the creation of the Interior University Society. Leading the charge to galvanize Northern support for the project was the Society's first president, Prince Gorge lawyer Murray Sadler. Leadership is action, not position, and the Society was blessed with people who led by example. With sunlight streaming through the atrium of UNBC's new library, Murray Sadler reflects on the dawning of a new era in northern BC.
The story of establishing UNBC really is a story of how people in northern British Columbia pulled together and lobbied government in order to get something that they wanted. I think that it's an example of the kind of things that northern or smaller communities can accomplish if they work together, if they believe in what they're working for, and they have some central focus to focus their attention on the issue. The University of Northern British Columbia was born out of the Interior University Society, which was a society of interested northerners who pulled together. They organized themselves into a society for the purposes of promoting the idea of starting a northern university. It was the Interior University Society that was the focal point, provided the focal point for this campaign.
The campaign to establish a northern university wasn't without its peaks and valleys. Sadler recalls the high points.
The highlight was, of course, the fact that people in the north did pull together. I think that when I presented a brief to the cabinet of the government of the province of British Columbia in October of 1988, by that time the Interior University Society had managed to garner the support of every city, town, village in northern British Columbia, every native band, every hospital board, every school board, every chamber of commerce. And by the north, I mean each and every community from 100 Mile House in the south to Fort Nelson in the north, from Prince Rupert in the west to Valemount in the east. And there were no exceptions. Every municipality, every school board supported it.
The birthing process had obstacles as well.
I think the biggest obstacle was credibility. People simply wouldn't believe that a university could be established in northern British Columbia. They felt that one should be, but they didn't think that one could be. It was difficult to get the government of the day to appreciate that we weren't fooling around. This was something that we were in for the duration. We were going to stay at this until we achieved it. That the establishment of a university to serve northern British Columbia was something that we saw not just as an educational opportunity, but also as an economic, social, and cultural issue that was needed to contribute to the maturity of our society in northern British Columbia.
Murray Sadler has been a key player in the UNBC project from the beginning. After the university was established by an act of the legislature, he served as chairman of the interim governing council. Sadler reflects on the fulfillment of this northern dream.
The most satisfying part of the dream, I think, is the one that's about to happen, which is the opening of this Prince Gorge campus facility. And I think it's important for us to observe that it is just the Prince Gorge facility that's being opened, and the true nature of the university is a regional one, serving all of northern British Columbia. But there's nothing like putting ideas into bricks and mortar and seeing them standing as a measure of your accomplishment.
The political component is necessary in establishing a university. Prince Gorge Mayor John Backhouse reviews the role of northern municipal and regional governments.
The local governments in northern BC really worked together in lobbying the provincial government, and they did it through associations, and one of those associations was the North Central Municipal Association, and the other organization, now defunct, but it was called the Northern Development Council. Both of those organizations were made up of representatives from all of the local communities, and as I recollect, it's really a remarkable achievement that all of those local governments were able to band together and make representation to the province of BC.
Prince Gorge was selected as the main campus for UNBC, and the city took a leading role from the start.
Prince George City Council was in on the project right from the very beginning. I was involved as an employee of CNC with Charles McCaffrey in actually picking out the first group of people who would be the founding board. The city played a role in making representation to government. We met with the Premier and members of the caucus and of Cabinet. We went down to Victoria with a number of colleagues from northern BC. But Prince George City Council kept up the pressure and the momentum, I believe, along with the Interior University Society. From the political point of view, I think we took the lead, and I think that we were one of the truly active councils and political bodies in that campaign.
Mayor John Backhouse recognizes that the challenges presented by UNBC will be ongoing.
The ongoing challenges will be to ensure that we provide, as a community, all of the amenities necessary for a growing university population. Some of the challenges will be social challenges. There's going to be a lot of new blood in the community, people with different experiences, with different expectations. They're going to challenge a lot of people who've been here for many, many years. Our community will change, but there'll be some friction and there will be some stress. But I think that the city must try and be aware of those needs and, as much as possible from a government point of view, provide for the students of UNBC as they come in. I think from a physical point of view, housing is going to be one of the ongoing problems that we face, and hopefully we will be able to overcome initial shortages as the years go by.
BC's Advanced Education Minister Stan Hagan wasn't convinced that a freestanding university was a practical concept. Hagan was known to favor an interior university operated in conjunction with community colleges. But he finally caved in to pressure from northern residents, and in April of 1989, at a public meeting in Prince George, the minister made an announcement that was to have a profound influence on the northern dream.
In order to develop a plan, we have accepted the recommendation of the Interior University Society that we establish an implementation planning group to develop an action plan by the end of December.
Forest Industry Executive Horst Sander headed up the implementation planning group, which had a strong northern flavor.
The IPG was appointed by the minister of the day in April 1989, and to put that in a context, there were two major events that preceded that appointment as far as I'm concerned. One was the government had issued a discussion paper to stimulate debate as to how to deal with the shortage of some 15,000 student places of post-secondary nature in BC. And the second context was the work of the Interior University Society, which had by that time become quite visible and began building a case for an institution in the north.
Following the report of the implementation planning group, the die was cast, and northerners were ecstatic. On April 2nd of 1992, Premier Mike Harcourt, at the controls of a backhoe, officially turned the first sod to launch UNBC's construction program on its Cranbrook Hills site.
It is indeed a wonderful experience for us to finally be starting and to be building the University of Northern British Columbia.
On May 23rd of 1992, BC Lieutenant Governor David Lamb presided at UNBC's inaugural convocation. The Lieutenant Governor installed Iona Campanola as UNBC's first Chancellor. Her strong roots in Prince Rupert and the Northwest region demonstrated that UNBC's mandate is truly northern in scope.
Iona Victoria Campanola, I now install you in the office of Chancellor of the University of Northern British Columbia.
At UNBC's inaugural convocation ceremony, Jeffrey Weller was installed as UNBC's founding president. His experience as former Dean of Arts and academic vice president of Ontario's Lakehead University provides him with the background to lead UNBC from its conceptual phase into a self-governing degree-granting institution. In the beginning, UNBC was the dream of a handful of Northerners who believed that a region with the unlimited potential of northern BC should have its own university. One of those visionaries was Charles McCaffrey, former principal of the College of New Caledonia. McCaffrey shares his thoughts about this northern dream.
The university is here. We now need vigilance and care and nourishment and support to make it really fill the dream that people had. So it's a time to congratulate and to feel nostalgic and say, isn't it great? It's also a time to say, now, how do we get organized for the next stage?